Hello students, in this video we'll learn about the 3NF or third normal form. So before going to the third normal form, let us try to understand the transitive functional dependency. The functional dependency A determines C is said to be transitive if there is certain attributes available, that is B, and A determines B and B determines C are the non-trivial functional dependencies. That means it is saying if A determines B and B determines C are there, this C is depending upon the A transitively. And non-trivial functional dependency already we know, A determines B is said to be non-trivial dependency if B is not a subset of the A. If B is a subset of the A, it is called as trivial functional dependency. So in the previous video we have already seen the 1NF and 2NF. Let us come back to the same course table. In this course table I can find the text T1 T2 that is multivalued, T1 T3 that is multivalued, T1 T5 that is multivalued. So is it present in 1NF? This table is not present in the 1NF because as per the 1NF rules the values should be single valued. Here I am getting the multi-valued, that's why it is not present in the 1NF. So to decompose this non 1NF to the 1NF relation, what we have to do? The T1 T2 will be splitted, T1 T3 will be splitted, T1 T5 will be splitted as separate rows. Now this relation is present in the 1NF. So whether it is present in the 2NF, how to check? Here my primary key is the module and the text. This department and the lecturer, they are depending upon the module only. They are depending upon the part of the module and text. That's why the partial function dependencies from the non-key to the key is existing. So this table is not present in the 2NF. So to make this non-2NF to the 2NF relation, what we have to do? The module, department and lecturer has to be separated out. The module and lecturer has to be separated out, where department and lecturer will be depending upon the module. So here module is the primary key, so there is no partial functional dependencies, and in the original table the module text will be there. Now let us try to understand whether in this case I am getting any anomalies or not. You check D1 L1 D1 L1. So updation anomaly is there. I cannot go for inserting the L5 without the module. Insertion anomaly is there. If I remove the M3, automatically the L2 is also removed. So deletion anomaly is there. So to decompose further, to remove the anomalies, what we have to do? We have to go for the 3NF decomposition, right? So first I have gone for the 1NF. So from 1NF I have gone for 2NF. Again from 2NF I will go for the 3NF. So let's see what the 3NF tells about. So a relation is said to be in 3NF if and only if it should be in the 2NF, and the second condition is no non-key attribute is transitively dependent on the key. That means the non-key attribute should not be depending upon the key transitively. That means it is saying from the key I can get the non-key attribute, and from the non-key I can get another non-key attribute. So this non-key attribute is depending upon the transitively, right? If this type of situation is occurring, the relation is not present in the 3NF. So if I also understand here, there is a non-key functional dependency existing. If non-key functional dependency is existing, this is also not present in the 3NF. So we have to deal with this non-key functional dependencies for the 3NF. And the process of converting the non-3NF to the 3NF is similar to the non-2NF to the 2NF conversion that is already done in the previous class. Let's come back to this course. So in this course the anomalies are there, already I have discussed in the previous slide. So here department and lecturer, they are depending upon the module. Module is my primary key, and there is another functional dependency is existing, that is the lecturer to the department. So here I am having the module to the lecturer and lecturer to the department. So this department is depending upon the module transitively, right? So this lecture and department relationship or functional dependencies has to be removed. How to remove? So I have to go for creating a new table. So if I'll go for creating a new table, I can get the lecturer department as one table, module lecturer as another table. That means from the module to the lecturer to the department, this was the scenario earlier. But if I'll go for the 3NF decomposition, I'll get a lecturer to the department and module to the lecturer. So I can find there are two tables, right? So transitive function dependency is resolved here, right? So in this way we can go for decomposing the non-3NF relation into the 3NF relations. So this corollary already we have discussed. If there is no non-key functional dependency existing, the 2NF relation and the 3NF relations, they are same. So if the non-key functional dependency is existing, that has to be resolved. Okay. So let's talk about the anomalies, whether the anomalies are present in these relations or not. So let's see whether the updation anomaly is present. Updation anomaly is present or not. Deletion anomaly is present or not. And insertion anomaly is present or not. Let's check. Students, in these tables, course 1, course 2, if you will see, no two rows are having the similar type of values, right? That means updation anomaly is resolved. It is not present. If I remove the M3, is it removing the L2? No, L2 is remaining there because L2 is contained in a primary key of the course 2. So it is not automatically deleted. So the deletion anomaly is resolved. It is not there. Similarly, I can go for inserting the lecture 5 without the module because lecture is in the course is the primary key, so I can easily insert that. So the insertion anomaly is also getting resolved. So if you see in the 3NF, our updation, insertion and the deletion anomalies are getting resolved. They are normally, they are normally resolved and they are not present after the 3NF. But in the 3NF, another type of problems may arise, that is overlapping of the candidate keys, that we will discuss in the BCNF class. So as per the university standard, or you can say the industry standard, all the database whatever we are creating or generating, they should be minimum up to the 3NF. So up to the 3NF they should be. Why? Because if we'll go for the 3NF decomposition, the decomposition is always lossless and the decomposition is the dependency preserving. So up to 3NF, if we'll go, I'll find the lossless decomposition, I'll find the dependency preserving as well as anomaly free. Right? So let's see some examples. This is one example. Since the names are very large, so I'll consider as R. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. So here my relation is A, B, C, D, and the functional dependency is A to B, A to C, A to D, C to D. So whether it is present in the 3NF or not. If it is not present in the 3NF, I will go for converting into the 3NF. So this is my R containing A, B, C, D. F is given as A to B, A to C, A to D, C to D. Students, is it present in 1NF? Yes, it is present in 1NF. Why? The schema is given. Values are not available. So now here I can easily find the key because the A plus contains A, B, C, D. So my key is the A. Since one candidate key is there, so I can also choose this one as the primary key. So what are the key attributes? My key attributes will be A. Non-key attributes will be B, C, D. Right? So is it present in 2NF? Who can say? It is present in 2NF, right? Why it is present in 2NF? Because there is a single key, single attribute key is there. So since single attribute key is there, no partial functional dependencies from the non-key to the key is existing, right? Now, so whether it is present in 3NF or not, how to check? This is my R containing A as the key, B, C, D, F is given as A to B, this is A to C, then A to D, C to D. Students, in this functional dependency you can find the C is non-key and D is non-key. So non-key functional dependency is existing. That means it is creating the problem for the 3NF. So to resolve this, I'll go for creating a new table for the CD, that is C to D, where C is the primary key. Let it is primary key, and let it is called as R1. My F1 is containing the C to D, and the other side I'll find the table as A, B, C, because the D will be removed. So the primary key is A, and let it is considered as R2. So let the F2 is A to B, A to C. Then this R1, if I'll find only one key is there, and D is depending upon the C, so I can say it is present in 3NF. A to B, C, I can find B and C are there totally depending upon the A directly, so it is also present in the 3NF. Now if we'll see the functional dependency, earlier there was a determines D functional dependency is there, but whether it is lost or it is not lost, how to check? So I can check as the A to C is there, C to D is there, so I can easily derive the A to D. So it is not lost, right? It is not lost. So after the 3NF, how many tables I am getting? I am getting the R1 containing the CD, where C is the primary key. I am getting the R2 containing the ABC, where A is the primary key, right? So from the single table I am getting these two tables. I hope it is understood. Okay, let's move to towards another problem, right? Similar to the previous one, here also I'll consider this is R, this is A, B, C, D, E, let it is G. So I'll find R containing A, B, C, D, E and G. So in this question, students, you can see the primary key is already mentioned, that is the AB. So what is the A functional dependency? That is, let's see, A to CD, C to D, then B to F and AB to E. Okay. So is it present in 1NF? Yes, it is present in 1NF because the schema is given. So here my key is the AB. So the key attributes, if I'll find A and B. Non-key attributes, if I'll find, I'll get the C, D, E, G. Now I'll check whether it is present in the 2NF or not. So as per the 2NF, it is saying that no non-key attribute is depending upon the key partially. That means the C and D as well as E and G, they should not be depending upon only on the A or only on the B. Is it happening? You see, A to CD, CD is depending only on the A, B to F. F is depending only on the B. That's why this table is not present in the 2NF. So to convert this into the 2NF, what I'll do, I'll go for again decomposition. So R is containing AB, CD, EG. The A to CD is creating the problem. That's why I'll go for creating a separate table for that. That is A to CD. Here my primary key is the A. Let it is R1. My F1 is A to CD. Similarly, C to D is also one part of the F1. And the original table contains what? That is R2 containing A, B, E, G. The F2 is containing what? B to F and no, this is not F, this is G. B to G and AB to E. Right? Now students, you can check. Again B to G. This G is depending only on the B. That is not depending on the AB combination. That's why the B to G has to be separated out. This is R3. B to G is separated out. My F3 will be B determines C, B determines G, and the R4 contains A, B and E. Here my F4 I'll get as AB to E. Now let's check whether these tables are present in 2NF. All. This is present in 2NF. Yes. This is present in 2NF. Yes. This is present in 2NF. Now whether they are present in the 3NF, let's check the R1. In the R1, the key is the A. C and D, they are the non-key attributes. Is there any functional dependency existing between the C and D? Yes, it is available. That's why it is not present in the 3NF. So to make it in the 3NF, what I'll do, I'll go for creating a separate table for the appending functional dependency, that is C to D. So I'll go for the R5, C and D. C is the primary key. My F5 will be C to D. And the remaining is, let it is R6. I'll find A to C. F6 is A determines C. And if I'll see the R3, here it is present in the 3NF. Why? Why it is present in 3NF? Because the transitive function dependency is not available. Similarly, the R4 is also present in the 3NF. R5 is present in 3NF. R6 is present in 3NF. So at the end of the 3NF, after 3NF, how many tables I am getting? I am getting 4 tables. One is R3 containing BG. B is the primary key. R4 containing the ABE, where AB is the composite primary key. R5 CD, where C is the primary key. R6, where A and C are the attributes, A is the primary key. So from the single table I am able to generate 4 tables after the 3NF which are redundancies free. Okay, I hope it is understood. Thank you.